Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. This is really, I just wanted to talk about steroids in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, if they should be legal, and if so, why? If not, why not? So essentially, what it boils down to is, a few months ago, I saw a few high-level black belts get put for steroids, and then the IBJJF legalised them. Okay, and I didn't really pay no notice to it. I saw a little bit of backlash on Reddit, Instagram, Facebook, that sort of thing. Like I say, I didn't really pay attention to it until I put on a Ask Me Anything on Instagram. I put them on quite a bit, and I got asked a question, my opinion on steroids in regards to Jiu-Jitsu. I said I think they're fine, because I do, and I'll get into why in a minute. As usual, I got a bit of shit, so I just wanted to come on here and clear up why I think and the reasons why I think you should agree with me. So essentially what I'm talking about here is when you look at your Gordon Ryans, your Andre Galvaos, you look at your ADCC finals, these guys are not natural, okay? And it looks like in IBJJF it's getting more legalised. Okay, so with that in mind, why do, it's quite a non-violent sport, it's something I say quite a lot. So when we're thinking of this, you're not getting punched in the face, you're not getting kicked in the face, you're not getting knocked unconscious. The worst that might happen is you might get choked unconscious, right? Or you have to tap. I've been choked unconscious before. You wake up, you're fine, you get over it. A lot of the people that compete at the highest level take these steroids, and it's not for a vanity reason. It's not like it's just some dickhead in the gym, some dickhead bodybuilder. The reason is because they need to train at such a high level so many times a day. They need to actually go to a weightlifting gym so many times a day, and they need to compete a lot, right, to a certain level against other people that are at a certain level. And it's unfair to expect these athletes to attain such a level and attain such a peak performance without the help of these drugs. Essentially, it's what they are, the drugs. And the reason I say that is you look at any other sport, professional football, even golf or tennis, right? These guys are taking things. Even in the Olympics, I know it's not allowed, but they're taking it, right? So why not in Jiu-Jitsu? Especially a smaller sport that's trying to grow. What do you think will be more beneficial to the growth of Jiu-Jitsu? People performing at 100% of the natural capacity, or people performing at double that because they're taking steroids, right? Of course, it's going to be the latter. And so, especially when I talk about in regards to competition, I don't know the laws of even where I live in the UK. So, I definitely don't know the laws of where you live if you're watching this in a different country to where I live. However, you look at your local comps, there's no testing really, is there? I've never been tested. I don't know anyone that has. We're talking about, smaller local competition. One, the funding's not there because, let's be real, Jiu-Jitsu isn't the most lucrative sport in the world where we have money to waste on drug testing. And two, because no one really cares, right? You don't. It's a sport that prides itself on the technique aspect of it. So, and a lot of the times, when you're competing, you've got a big ego. You think, I don't care, this guy's taking this, I don't care if this guy's taking that. I'm going to beat him because I'm better at Jiu-Jitsu than he is. And a lot of the time, people argue this with saying, as I covered previously, the Olympic thing, right? And the couple of things I like to say is usually, one, Jiu-Jitsu won't be in the Olympics because they have wrestling, they have judo, that's enough. There's not really the need there for Jiu-Jitsu. And it's not as exciting to watch as either of those two sports. Two, people like to fucking whinge about the IBJJF all the time. If it was in the Olympics, it'd get worse because it'd become even more streamlined and would have even more rules to follow. So I don't see the complaint there. I don't see the complaint of whinging about why Jiu-Jitsu in the Olympics. I think Jiu-Jitsu is fine as it is, and it shouldn't be in the Olympics. And what? Olympic athletes don't take drugs. Come on, get real. Look at the Russian wrestling team. Look at any team, right? Look at Chinese bloody gymnasts. These guys are taking things, and it's fine. It's fine because they're professional athletes. Obviously, you can probably tell by looking at me, I don't take PEDs and nothing like that. But although people like to sort of brush it under the rug with the whole Acai Jesus thing, look, when, like I say, you look at ADCC, you look at the super fight there, Ryan versus Galvao. I'm not going to, be very flippant with it, but these guys are taking steroids, obviously, and that's fine because it's their right to do so. ADCC doesn't outlaw these substances, it's fine. But obviously, there's people like to bring up the, a lot of people talk about being an even playing field. But if we're talking about jiu-jitsu in context of being a professional sport, which we all want it to grow as professional athletes, again, what do we think is going to help grow that sport? And it's the athletes competing at their maximum capacity. But yeah, thanks for watching the video. This is just what I think. Don't hesitate to leave a comment. Don't hesitate to fucking talk shit to me on Instagram, whatever. Let me know what you think. If you agree, if you disagree, and why.